What's up, everyone? So today we're looking at the stupid ass vegan from Canada again.
Let's go tell a story. Come on. Hey, everyone. I wanted to tell you a little story about something that happened to me recently that I thought was very interesting, not really surprising because of the nature of humans, but kind of disappointing, like very disappointing. Okay, so I was riding my bike past a little cafe, and I saw a man and a couple of his friends playing guitar and singing, so that always attracts my attention. So I stopped my bike and I said, "Hey guys, what's up?" And they're like, "Hey, come and sit down with us." So we're just playing and singing, and so I was like, "Okay, cool." So they were older gentlemen, probably in their early 70s, and we ended up talking a little bit about veganism. And the gentleman, John, he said that he was very Christian. And I said, "Well, Christians should all be vegan because you don't believe in hurting others." I said, "For example, you should absolutely stop also with dairy and with."
Okay, here's the thing. There's some Christian people who are lactose intolerant. I'm not one of them. I ain't gonna get into details, but you don't force your opinion on other people. Like, it's not, you don't, I would not walk up to somebody and be like, here, I'm black. You should be black because that way you suffer with me as well. Probably might get canceled for saying that though. I'm not gonna go to somebody and be like, vegan because you're Christian and you believe that people should not be suffering. People, animals ain't people. Animals ain't something that somebody should hump. You should not hump animals. That's bestiality. It is disgusting as hell. In other words, furry culture.
eggs. And he said, after quite a while of us talking, he said, "You know what? I'm going to make a promise to you. I'm going to promise to you right now that I'm never going to eat eggs or dairy products ever again."
What's the slight chance that she made this shit up in her head and was like, you know what? Let me lie to my viewers again. This is very, very fun. Thank you for the money.
So I said,
My voice keeps cracking.
"Okay." And I said, "You know what? Let's exchange numbers and you can tell me how that's going." So we exchanged numbers and we didn't really contact each other for a couple of weeks. And then randomly out of the blue, I texted him. No, I called him and I said, "Hey, John, how's it going?" And he said, "I haven't eaten any eggs or any dairy products since we met." And I said, "Wow, that's pretty cool."
What's the point of telling the story if you're gonna have
And then he
these
ended up
stupid captions? Just be like, I was happy but suspicious at this point.
chatting a bit and said, "You know what? Let's just meet and bring a guitar." And so he brought his guitar, brought my ukulele, and we met again at the outdoor cafe in the village. And then we started talking some more about all kinds of other things that we had in common. But he's quite a religious man, and so religion is always kind of a red flag for me. I
Religious people are not okay. That's finally the first time she has a good point. I mean, have you seen conservative preachers? They are very, very horrible people. Some of them, I don't know. But what what made this? I feel like that guy may have trolled her. Like he's 70-year-old people are like senile, but there are also some 70-year-old people who are just very cool for no reason. Be like, how you doing, fellow kids? Like that 30 Rock meme that just keeps coursing in my head whenever I see videos like this. Like, how you doing, fellow vegan kids? I'm a cool, hip, probably 60-year-old Minecraft skeleton from Ontario, Canada.
find that most everyone who's religious has disappointed me and ended up being a little bit crazy or
She can't say that when in certain videos she went to churches. She went to churches and would literally be spitting on Jesus. Like would use him as like satire for her stupid videos. As a Christian person, I don't really like when people do that, but I do it myself, so I guess the hypocritical thing is there. Like, come on, you if you're an atheist and you're a vegan, don't try to bring God in this and be like, oh well, God doesn't like this because it's not going to make sense. Some people don't like violence. Some people eat meat, but that doesn't mean they condone the violence. You can't say you're animal Hitler and you think all the animals should die. It's just stupid.
Mean, basically not following what their books tell them to do, completely inconsistent, hypocritical. But I like to think of myself as somebody who has an open mind.
You're a vegetarian and you went on TikTok and would harass people like Nick Avocado. I really feel bad for that guy, yo. Like, he ate himself up to this point for views, but now he's rich off of it and should be using the money to get himself into get himself into like a gastric bypass, start going to the gym, start eating fruit, start playing the violin again. Man could have made a career off just playing his violin. Literally could have. He should do mukbangs with fruit, probably. Probably that. It would make sense.
And is willing to find the best in people. And my husband often says, well, you're actually optimistic to a fault. You've got to learn that people are really cruel, they're not going to change, etc. So I was at this meeting, and we were sitting there and chatting, and I had my little ukulele on my lap, sort of tinkering away. And we're talking about different things. We talked about politics, we talked about gun control, we talked about abortion, we talked about right wing politics, left wing politics, different people that we follow on YouTube, and so on. So the conversation was pretty good. It was very sane, and we were just kind of talking, and then I said to him, I'd like to try to encourage you to take this next step, which is, it's great that you stopped eating dairy and you stopped eating eggs. I'd like to really encourage you to go.
He stopped eating dairy and eggs. That doesn't mean he did not stop eating any other animal. He probably could have eaten some blood sausage, some egg sausage, a, a beef patty, fried chicken, a hamburger, some French fries, because some French fries at fast food restaurants are fried in certain non-vegetarian oils. I think so. I don't really know. So I may be spouting out false information, but it's only been 3 minutes 30 seconds. I've paused at least 10 times.
Or the next step, and to plan when you're going to stop eating meat. So like you could start to phase it out between now and the next few months. Like,
when somebody has eaten meat for a long time, pause, they don't they won't be able to just be like, turn on, okay, turned off the switch. Not about to eat meat anymore. That's not how it works. People who are accustomed to eating meat will continue to eat meat. Yes, it's going to be very difficult for them to give it up. Like me, if I would try to be vegan for a week, I would fail. I would be going, if we had ribs, I would take some into my room, crush at least an entire, like a plate of 5 ribs in the collard greens and the mac and cheese. I don't care if my stomach hurt. I would be satisfied because I ate good food and didn't have to subject myself to tofurkey, or any other tofu related item. Tofu is okay, but not it's not my thing. I will not willingly eat tofu anymore.
right now it's July, so it could be like September or maybe by Christmas, start to Google recipes and everything. And he said, hold on, I got to stop you right there. I said, okay. And he said, it's never going to happen. I was like, okay, why do you say that? And he said, because I have a wife, we've been married for 45 years, and she would stop cooking for me. I said, and? He said, well, that just won't work. I said, well, okay, first of all, you don't know. Maybe your wife, when she sees the documentaries and she sees what's happening, he says, I'm going to stop you right there. He says, she's not going to watch them. She's not interested in that. I know her. Said, this is something I did on my own, the dairy and the eggs, because I don't see that as interfering in our relationship. But that's as far as I'm going to go.
Are they brave enough to evolve and care beyond themselves to do the right thing? Don't bring Christianity into some stupid fucking veganism. This is not how it works. You do not tell a person who's Christian to give up meat. We do not give up meat. And there may be some vegetarian Christians out there, but I implore you, don't watch this stuff. It's stupid. It's banal. It's just utter crap. It's pure nonsense that this ugly I can't say the word because it's very, very wrong. This person, the vegan teacher has like just irks people on the internet, and she got TikTok back too. Like she has a TikTok again. I'm not going to link it because I don't use TikTok. I'm poor. I use Instagram Reels like a basic default person. I don't like her content. One, it's very stupid. Two, the pro vegan message, it doesn't make sense. Cut it. If you wanted to work for PETA, just say that. Just say you work for PETA. We'll all be fine. Three, I would try being vegan. I would try, but stuff like this would make me not want to do it. I've eaten cauliflower crust pizza. Frankly, I do not find it good. The cauliflower crust is very off-putting. Now, I have had curried cauliflower, and I tell you, I swear to God, that is the most delicious thing I've ever ate. That was vegetarian in my entire life. It's delicious. But when you watch stuff like this and you see stuff like this, it will really irk you, and it makes people and make you realize that vegans show their true colors all the time. Then you have those vegans who be like, "The animal was murdered." Be like, yeah, but it's also delicious. And when we add seasonings to it, like stuff like crabs and burgers and stuff like that, it's delicious and makes us want and hunger for more. So yes, we pay for these items. No, we're not advancing a stupid and no, we're not advancing an industry that actually makes people keep living because some people have iron deficiency or need to have a good intake of meat just so they don't die. Yes, red meat in copious amounts is unhealthy, but that's why people eat this stuff in moderation. You're supposed to moderate your meals. Now, she wanted to put that up, be like, oh, you eat meat. Maybe you can moderate. Maybe you can have like vegetarian meals sometimes, like a salad for dinner, or like a salad for dinner, or some tofu, or or just a vegetarian, like a vegetarian spring rolls, something like that. Rice, pasta. It would make sense, but don't try. But you forced it to them. Now they don't want to do it, and they've been married for 45 years. They're not going to do it. They don't want to cook. They left it up to the wife because, as we all know, kid you not, I know how to cook a little bit, but I would never cook a vegetarian food. It just would not be like I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, you got any impossible nuggets, but I have wanted to try them though. Here's the thing. There are more vegetarian options for food than ever, and still I would not eat it. I just cannot stomach it. Be like, I'm okay. Thank you. But we're gonna watch the 5 minutes.
So I was kind of like, I didn't know what to say. I thought, how can this Christian man who was trying to drag me into his religion, he's always reading Bible passages, and I sat there listening.
Yeah, because he's Christian. It's what we do. Unless you're me, I'm Christian, but also like lean to the. I'd be a hope. I'm like more of a hopeful Christian. Be honest, like yeah, I believe there's God. But like, come on, give me some more fucking proof. I don't understand her entire intonation saying that he was dragging her into the religion. If he was, then okay, but like at least he's not dragging you. Like he's reading scripture. When you're Christian, you're supposed to feed your mind with the word of God. I'm not trying to go overly preachy here, but it's just something you do in a religion. I'm sorry, it's a custom to a religion. There are different traditions for every religion. Then there are atheists who will come in and may want to be like, oh no, this is not what I do. I don't believe there's no such thing as God. God's not real. And for me, I do not understand what makes her think this is okay. Do not push your. I'm about to end the video here, but don't force your opinions on other. If somebody wants to give up dairy and eggs, fine. Don't influence them to be vegan because then they'll just hate you for that. Because case in point, everybody on the internet hates this woman unless you are a stupid person named Tosh Peterson from Queensland, Australia.
Listening to them, always trying to find some sort of thing that I'm.
Oh, I don't care anymore. We're done here. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. If you did like this video, hit the subscribe button and the like button and comment down below. And I will be back with another Isaiah's Corner soon. Bye, everyone.